So it's Sunday morning, and yesterday we had a day that was packed with God's goodness and mercy. In the morning, we went and visited a ministry not too far from Project Samuel that Rob and Nita were wanting to get connected with. And they do children's ministry. And so every Saturday, they go door to door and grab up, they had about 70 children there, all the way down from preschool age. They bring them in, they do Bible study with them, they feed them a meal and do some activities. So Rob had an opportunity to share a Bible story with them and do some songs, and it was really a great time. And then afterwards, we brought some food packs door to door to some of the homes in the community, just to share the love of Christ, invite people out. And so had a chance to pray for a few people and just share the love of Christ with them. They're really grateful for that. They live in a town that actually has no water source, and so all of the water that they use has to be purchased. And so you can imagine just the hardship of just that one difficulty is for them living there. Afterwards, we had lunch that the church provided, and then the pastor who runs that mission, she wanted to pray for our team. I felt led to pray for their leadership. They had a lot of young students who they'd raised up over the years, which was incredible. So we prayed for them, and then in that time, the pastor wanted to pray for us, and she went around and prayed just a powerful prophetic prayer over each one of us individually, and I know many on the team were really, really touched by that. And then afterwards, we headed back to Ticuantepe yesterday and last night, and we had our crusade night. And so multiple churches came together. We had a powerful time of worship. And then I shared a message really just about breaking free from darkness. They told me that area has a high rate of witchcraft. There's a lot of people involved with that. And so I shared just a message about how Jesus can set people free, break them out of the darkness, how he can forgive them of sin, and a simple gospel presentation. Gave the altar response, and I think one or two people came forward, and then had the people, I said, turn to your neighbor and ask them, do they need to go forward, and go with them. And so I think we had about between 8 and 10 people come up. I led them in a prayer to receive Christ, and then laid hands on each one of them. And one that really touched my heart, there was a young girl there, probably 8 years old, and when I put my hands on her to pray for her, she just broke down weeping, and it was such a sweet, sincere display of God's mercy in a young person's life. And so I was so blessed by that. And then afterwards, we said, hey, if you've never been filled with the Spirit, you need a touch from God, I want you to come forward. Our leadership team, as well as the pastors in the area, came forward, and we just had an amazing time of praying for people, ministering. One woman I saw was getting ministered to, was getting delivered from a demon. Many people got touched in tangible ways, and so God just really moved. It was a really special time. And then afterwards, we headed back, and just were so filled with gratefulness for what the Lord did, and just believe that God made an impact in that atmosphere of that city, and was so grateful for how the Lord moved and put things together. And so this morning, we're going to a church that I preached at last year called the Flame of Fire Church. The pastor's name, her name's Doris. She's a powerful woman of God, and so really looking forward to seeing what God's going to do today. And so grateful for those who are praying, and God's been so amazing. He always blows us away with what he does. It's always far greater than what we could have ever imagined, and this trip is no different. And so thank you for being a part of the journey with us.